Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. We are following breaking news tonight out of central Bakersfield, where a large police presence has been reported near Beach Park off of Oak and 21st Streets. 23 ABC's Leslie Gooden joins us tonight live from the scene with a closer look at what's going on and what we're learning right now. Leslie?
Yes, I'm here right at Beach Park, and beside me is the Kern River, and I'm with Bakersfield Fire Department, and they're here right now. So can you tell us what is going on? There's a lot of police presence and fire here.
Yeah, actually, Bakersfield Fire Department is supporting the Bakersfield Police Department operation. They have a suspect that has fled into the river, and they're in the process of working with that suspect, and we're here for the swiftwater rescue component of that. If they need us, then we'll do whatever we can to make the rescue.
Yeah, and it seems like the park is still open. People are actually still in the river. You can see over there just swimming. Is that adding to a problem at all for you all?
I know the police department has advised that particular person to exit the river. Doesn't seem to be complying, but yeah, we're here just at supporting Bakersfield Police Department in that particular operation. And
do we know if there's a weapon, or do you know how many suspects there are at all?
I believe there's only one. Unknown if there's a weapon. So if it's unknown, we kind of treat it like they do.
And what's the greatest challenge for the situation right now?
Well, it's the suspect is in a hazardous atmosphere or hazardous environment, being the river. It makes it hard to access that suspect for law enforcement, so I think that's probably the biggest aspect of it.
And do we know if this suspect has an outstanding warrant or anything like that?
I do not. That would be a good question for law enforcement.
Okay, and can you tell me, do we know at all why did he jump in the river? Did the chase start on the ground, and what do we know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure when and where the suspect accessed the river.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. Well, you all will be right here giving you updates as of right now. We know that's 13 personnel right now, and we're going to give you as much information as it comes. Leslie Gooden, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
All right, Leslie, thanks for that. The words "In God We Trust" have been stirring up some controversy around Kern County after movements were made to put the motto onto local police cars. Now, Delano City Council is considering adopting the motto for themselves. Delano City Council members will meet tonight and will discuss the possible adoption of "In God We Trust" as the city's motto. Delano Mayor Joe Aguirre is bringing the resolution to the council. If it gets adopted, "In God We Trust" would possibly be displayed on city property. That discussion will be held tonight at Delano's City Council meeting, which starts at 5:30. Whether you support or oppose the possible adoption of the motto, everyone is welcome to attend and make their voice heard. SoCal Gas held a ribbon cutting this morning for a new regional base in North Bakersfield, which will serve as a distribution, training facility, and customer service center. The facility, which is located off Highway 99 and 65 on McMurtry Avenue, is 31,000 square feet and is a zero net energy building. That means their solar panels help offset the amount of energy that they use. It'll serve as one of a SoCal Gas's main bases, serving hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses. Kern County Supervisor David Couch and Mayor Karen Go were in attendance for the ribbon cutting. Officials with SoCal Gas tell 23 ABC this new facility was designed with the environment in mind.
The energy that we use here is offset completely by the energy that we produce with our solar panels. The refueling station that we have for our fleet, which we operate out of this facility, is compressed natural gas, which has far fewer emissions than the diesel trucks that you typically see on the road and in our crews. We have other features. We have blinds that go down with the sun to make sure that the cooling of the building and our air conditioning is not running higher than it needs to. We're really proud of that.
SoCal Gas officials say they've been operating here in Bakersfield for 80 years and they are focused on the future. They will also be opening a fueling center that will be open to the public later this year. A 4.2 magnitude earthquake shook up the already shaken community of Ridgecrest early this morning. The quake is one of thousands of aftershocks to impact the region over the last 11 days. On the 4th of July, thousands of people living in the communities of Ridgecrest and Trona were hit with a 6.4 magnitude earthquake, followed by a record-breaking 7.1 earthquake the next day. Gas lines and water lines were ruptured, roads were cracked, and the nearby China Lake Naval Air Base was deemed non-operational. Ridgecrest is currently still without running water, relying on donations for water to drink, cook with, and bathe in.
And as for those aftershocks, well, in the past 24 hours, the area near Ridgecrest has seen 36 of those, and that 4.2 was the strongest today. But we are seeing these aftershocks decrease in the amount that we are seeing, but we will continue to see them for at least the next several days, even weeks to come, and that's something that we will be continuing to track. But as for conditions today, sunny skies across Kern County, and as for temperatures, well, holding on to the upper 90s here in the valley, 98 degrees in Bakersfield, but areas in Ridgecrest as well as in China Lake into those triple digits. So temperatures are down from what we were feeling this time yesterday, and this trend is only going to continue as we head into your Tuesday. That is because we are tracking an increase in winds in our mountain and desert communities. I have more details on just how strong those winds will be coming up next.
The president is doubling down tonight on comments made over the weekend about several Democratic congresswomen, which are being criticized for their racist tone. The comments come after deportation raids were launched on Sunday targeting illegal immigrants. ABC's Mona Kassar Abdi has a look at what's going on in Washington.
This morning, new tweets from President Trump targeting congresswomen of color, still not naming names but criticizing Democrats for defending the women who in an earlier tweet he told to go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came. The president not only evoking an old and widely established racist phrase, but failing to acknowledge that 3 of the 4 minority congresswomen the comments were directed at were born in the United States, the other a naturalized citizen. And now overnight, Trump tweeting in part, quote, their disgusting language and the many terrible things they say about the United States must not be allowed to go unchallenged.
A group of people that came from, I don't know where they came from.
Democrats have been quick to condemn the president's comments, calling it, quote, xenophobic and hate-filled.
I am freaking appalled that the president of the United States conducts himself in such a disgraceful and racist way.
All 4 women have been highly critical of Trump's immigration policies and the president's long-threatened deportation raids that launched Sunday.
They're going to take people out and they're going to bring them back to their countries.
The major operation to arrest and deport up to 2,000 undocumented immigrants sparked nationwide protests and instilled fear in migrant communities. But so far, immigration groups and local officials say they haven't seen it. New York's mayor tweeting, quote, no confirmed ICE activity. ICE, however, confirms it's out there. And for the past week, it was actually House Speaker Nancy Pelosi who was feuding with the 4 Democratic congresswomen over her support for the border aid package. And it took the president's comments to unify the Democratic Party as Pelosi and others came to their defense. Mona Kassar Abdi, ABC News, Washington.
And local Congressman TJ Cox has released a statement about the president's controversial comments, saying, quote, there's no difference between this bully and the kid who slapped me on the back of the head and called me a racist name on the bus when I was 8. Cox also says, quote, I'm proud to stand with my fellow members of color as we fight to improve our home, the USA. Court TV is tracking a murder case tonight out of Florida where a man is accused of killing his parents and his brother. Prosecutors say the motive for the shooting was an online romance. Court TV's Julie Grant has the breakdown tonight.
Hello to you. I'm Julie Grant with Court TV, and jury selection is underway in Court TV's next big live trial. The case is Florida versus Grant Amato. This is the case of a son who's accused in a family massacre. 29-year-old Grant Amato, this man you see here, is accused of killing his mother, his father, and his older brother after authorities say he stole around $200,000 from them. His motive? Investigators say that he was feuding with his family over his obsession with a webcam girl in Bulgaria that he thought he was in a relationship with. Now Amato is accused of first-degree murder. This is a death penalty case. If convicted, that may be his fate. Of course, we'll have gavel-to-gavel coverage for you, as well as legal analysis on Florida versus Amato right here on Court TV Live. I'm Julie Grant. Now back to you in the studio.
A Kern County Sheriff's deputy is now recovering at home after being stabbed with a knife while on duty over the weekend. 23 ABC's Bayon Wang spoke to the suspect's family tonight, along with members of local law enforcement, and joins us in studio with more. Bayon?
Yeah, Jessica, while officials are still investigating the incident, there's one thing that the suspect's family and the KLEA both suggested, that there should have been more deputies responding to the mental health crisis call that led to an officer-involved shooting.
It was approximately 21 on the outside, 7 stitches on the inside of his arm, his forearm. So it was a significant stab wound.
A KCSO deputy is lucky to be alive, according to KLEA President Richard Anderson.
The overall picture, this is a staffing issue. This is a staffing crisis. This officer went to a call by himself.
27-year-old Reginald Anderson called the police on himself, according to his family, attempting to report he was having a schizophrenic episode.
When the deputy arrived on scene, a family member at that home told them that their family member had a knife. Quickly after that, the subject then lunged at the officer with the knife, injuring the officer. That's also when the officer-involved shooting occurred.
Reginald Anderson was transported to the hospital in critical condition, but is now in stable condition. Reginald's aunt Jennifer Ezell did not want to speak on camera, but said she accompanied Reginald to the door when the deputy arrived. Seconds later, she took cover when the shooting occurred. Ezell says she served as a correctional officer for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation for over 25 years and says there may never have been a shooting if the deputy had more assistance.
There's already been numerous studies done. More staffing or more deputies you have arrive on a scene, the less likely there is to use deadly force. That's just, they've done numerous studies on that. So this is a no-brainer. If you want less officer-involved shootings, you want more deputies to go to the call. It's that simple.
KLEA President Richard Anderson says the lack of funding for KCSO significantly affects their ability to staff appropriately.
Unfortunately, my belief is that one of my deputies are going to have to be killed in the line of duty for the Board of Supervisors to do anything about this issue.
Anderson says the deputy involved in this incident has been attacked before.
This isn't the first time he's been attacked while patrolling the Rosedale area by himself. This is the second incident. He was involved in a 148 where he fought an individual for over 4 minutes by himself before additional deputies could respond and get to him.
Tomorrow morning, KCSO Sheriff Donnie Youngblood has scheduled a press conference where they will release body cam footage of the incident and radio traffic of the initial call. In studio, Bayon Wang, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Coming up next, have you done any online shopping yet? Hear about some great deals being offered this Prime Day. Allison?
And temperatures are going to be near seasonal as we head into your work week. I have more details on your full forecast coming up next.
Welcome back. When you head into the dollar store, it's fair to assume every item is just $1, right? Well, that's not the case anymore. Consumer reporter John Matarese puts the big dollar stores to this test to see which have the best deals so you don't waste your money.
Shoppers these days are abandoning expensive stores at the mall. Many are turning to bargain stores like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and the biggest bargain of all, dollar stores. But which is best for your buck? You'd be amazed what $1 can buy. Amy Mackenheimer and her daughters were stocking up on pool supplies.
They had all kinds of floaties and all kinds of inflatable things.
$1?
Right, anywhere else it's $10.
Lisa Webster was buying goods for a girl's sleepover, like
beach balls, glow sticks, flashlights, and M&Ms.
$1 each.
I think it's great because it usually only lasts one summer.
But dollar stores are for more than toys. So we decided to compare the big three: Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and Family Dollar. I was stunned by some of the things we found for just $1. Wow. Glad bags, Ajax cleaner, Wonder Bread, drain cleaner, picture frames, and lots of party supplies. Nicole Rivera says she saves hundreds of dollars a month.
It's way cheaper. You get everything for $1.
Now, inflation has taken a toll at some dollar stores where you find a lot of products at $5, even $10. Not so here at Dollar Tree, where everything's still $1. though there is a catch.
Which sounds great in theory, but it means that everything comes in these really tiny packages and a lot of it is generic.
Travel and shopping blogger Susan Shane recently did a comparison for The Penny Hoarder. She shopped a basket of household items, including pasta, laundry detergent, cleaning spray, trash bags, and more.
It turns out that all of them were pretty close in price. Family Dollar edged out Dollar General a tiny bit, so that's why I declared it to be the winner.
In the end, Family Dollar was the cheapest in her 3-store comparison. Dollar Tree was next. Dollar General, the most expensive. But she says all of them are cheaper than big box stores.
I compared prices to Walmart and to Amazon, and that's where you really saw the big price differences.
CheatSheet.com also did a recent comparison. It says Dollar General had the cleanest, best stock stores, but is more expensive. It named Dollar Tree the cheapest. Krista Fields likes them all. She showed us a table full of dollar store supplies.
Everything's $1. You can't go wrong.
And for party supplies, cleaners, even greeting cards and wrapping paper, their prices can't be beat. So you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries, 23 ABC.
Well, today is considered the Super Bowl of online shopping because it's Amazon Prime Day. But this year, it's more than just a day because the deals last until tomorrow. Amazon says they will be launching new deals every 5 minutes to prevent all the good sales from being snatched up immediately early in the day. Some of the best deals are on tech gadgets like Echo smart devices, laptops, smartwatches, speakers, and virtual reality headsets. You can even get a Kindle today for less than $100. However, if you don't have a Prime account to get access to good deals, you could just check out Best Buy, Target, or Walmart. To compete with the online giant, the stores have rolled out their own sales that you don't need a membership for. Good to know in case you're trying to shop today. All right, let's bring in 23 ABC's Allison Gargaro. Talk about our weather forecast. We had an extremely hot weekend, but today felt a lot better.
It really wasn't too bad out there. So we were feeling the triple digits on Saturday and Sunday, and that was not the case this afternoon. 98 degrees right now here in Bakersfield. So if you can believe it, down 5 degrees from what we were feeling this time yesterday, and that trend is only going to continue, and that's all thanks to a low pressure system pushing into Oregon and Washington. So that's bringing an increase in clouds to Northern California, and for us here in Central California, bringing these slightly cooler temperatures as well as an increase in winds. But something that we are continuing to track is that high pressure that brought us those hot temperatures this weekend just off to our east, but that is slowly going to be making its way through New Mexico. That's going to cause an increase in winds this evening, continuing into your Tuesday. So already we're seeing anywhere from 5 to 12 mile-per-hour winds here on the valley floor, 22 mile-per-hour winds in Tehachapi, and 24 in Mojave. Some of the strongest wind gusts are going to be in the evening as well as overnight hours tonight as well as on Tuesday. So by 11 p.m. some of the strongest wind gusts that we could be seeing up to 40 miles per hour. That would be just below the Tehachapi Pass in areas near Mojave. But thankfully that's going to continue to clear out our air quality here in the valley. So as for an AQI, we are still going to be in the moderate range with an AQI of 58. So again, that is nearing the good range. And as temperatures continue to decrease, we could be seeing that later this week. But as for temperatures, well, they're going to be staying in those upper 90s, but actually near seasonal as we head into the next several days. So 98 degrees will be our high here in Bakersfield tomorrow. Again, just 5 to 10 mile-per-hour winds here on the valley floor, but those stronger ones will be in our mountain and desert cities. But let's talk about these temperatures. We are actually going to be staying below that triple-digit mark through at least Sunday. So in those upper 90s on Wednesday and Thursday, but down to 95, which is going to be well below seasonal for your Saturday. So a nice weekend ahead. And then to begin next week, the triple digits are back. A high of 103 by next Tuesday in our desert cities. On tomorrow, the Kern River Valley will have a high of 93 degrees, then dropping down to 90 by Saturday. Tehachapi and Fraser Park holding on to those mid 80s and then dropping down to the low 80s. So thankfully, next weekend is actually going to be a cooler one, unlike this weekend when it was very hot.
Yes, it was very hot. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, it was hot outside.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately,
glad
maybe
luck.
Prime Day you can get a pool floaty or something.
Good idea. All right, Allison. All right, we're coming right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. We are continuing to follow breaking news out of central Bakersfield that we told you about at the start of the hour here. Bakersfield police are searching for a kidnapping suspect. The man was reportedly running away from officers into the Beach Park area, and that's when he allegedly got into the river in the area that you're seeing now. These are live pictures from the area. Our crews on scene are telling us that the fire crews and police crews have left from this immediate area, this immediate vicinity where they were, but officials have not confirmed that that suspect has been taken into custody at this point. This is all happening near 21st Street and Beach Park. This is still developing. Officials have asked people to avoid the area for first responders as they continue to work on this developing situation. There is a press conference now scheduled in about the next 10 minutes. We have crews on scene attempting to get that up on a live stream for you. Of course, we're going to continue to track the latest here and online at turnto23.com, but be sure to check out our 23 ABC Facebook page to find that potential press conference that could be starting here any minute. Again, a developing situation. Please avoid the area if you can.
Very good idea. And when we come back, I'll have one final check of our forecast.
Welcome back. If you were outside this weekend versus today, you felt the difference.
Big difference there. We were in the triple digits over the weekend. That was all thanks to high pressure, but that is slowly pushing off to our east. So you can expect the 90s this week, as well as an increase in winds, especially in our mountain and desert cities. So that's going to keep temperatures right around that 98, 99 degree mark for the next few days, but down to 95 just in time for your weekend. I mean, can we ask for anything else?
Not in July, that's for sure. That's going to do it for us at 5. World News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.